welcome to the Be the Light meditation. We've been doing this for about 5 years. I just had this idea that, number one, it's important for myself to bring in light, to keep my vibrational field high, but I do it because I often think that my assignment is a bit of a cheerleader to assist other people who are awakening, have a little bit information, inspiration, and support to deal with the multi-layered, multi-dimensional confusion around all the issues that are coming up for us, because we are dialing in a new reality for ourselves, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. But this is changing how we live, how we make choices, how we eat, who we hang out with, how we address the all that is, and most importantly, anchoring and inspiring hope for a better future. I remember when I was about 10, and I always loved to sing, and I sang, "Is that all there is? Is that all there is?" And Jean Powers, my friend's mother, would say, "You're just a little girl. How can you sing that song? That's a song of kind of just sadness, disappointment, and giving up." And I said, "Look around." Even then, I could feel that people were not living up to their potential, that our human organizational systems were leaning towards making money and control over and predatory practices. So I think once I could think, and my consciousness was awake, I looked around and I felt disappointed. And I knew that we individually could make a difference, but we can't change everything. So I just decided to do what actually my wonderful Mother Mary, she was a saint, and she would always say, "Jan, you can do anything you put your mind to." Now this was in direct opposition to the teachers, especially Miss Tassielli and Miss Klein in my elementary school, who said, "You will do what I tell you to do." And then when I became a nurse, it was circumscribed not only what you did, but your attitude and how you behaved. And I was in the military. I got in big trouble for wearing a red bow in my hair one day. And the head military nurse came up and said, "This, my little Lieutenant JG thing, and this red big bow scarf do not coexist." So I've been told over and over again that creativity and color are just not complying with the conformity and the way things should be. Well, where as a child or as a young woman or young nurse can we see opportunities to expand the envelope for more color, more joy, and essentially more light? So I always looked for symbols to help me, to ground me, and to remember that saying that I believe out of all the teachers, Christ, of course, is the most written down lessons, but he would say, "Forgive them, for they know not what they do." And also this, what he was doing, working with the realm of very dense vibrations and shifting some things by his intentional consciousness. He said, "This you shall do and more." So we can go years sometimes without a spark of remembering what my mom told me. Whatever you put your mind to, you can do. And somehow, no matter what these uptight teachers told me, or anyone, or partners, or anybody, I always felt I have this inner perseverance to choose something and to move mountains. My grandmother Alice called it She said, prayer can move mountains, but now I know it's simply intending to connect with source, higher powers, and when you're in that high vibrational state, you really do have an opportunity to shift things around. I really don't care if you talk to Jesus or Buddha or Allah, whatever connects you to source and your empowerment to be in that space of unconditional love. So over the years, when I first began my spiritual awakening after my divorce, I would talk to people. I talked to everybody. Now I know a lot of them were goofballs just trying to get my money or sell a book. But there was a lovely woman, Manouche Magdalene, in Fairfax. And of course, Magdalene was the great female disciple, teacher. She had her Christ consciousness. She's coming through for a lot of women right now to be an avatar for them. But Manouche told me one day, she says, Jan, this is exactly what you're doing. And sometimes we need symbols. We need something to anchor us and hold us into hope, and to remember all that we've learned. Because you can go hours, days, years of just same old in this environment with nothing to remind you that you can do whatever you put your mind to, and you're actually an avatar. So what does this mean? I have used this for many years. It's guided me through many adventures in France, sacred France, going to all the churches, learning what the Templars knew, learning how Magdalene and other Marys and Sarah came over in a boat and began teaching all of Christ's teaching, which, believe me, are the same as any great religion. Love your neighbor as yourself. That's kind of the bottom line. But what does this mean? This is the light, the divine light of Source. And this is a human being allowing themselves to be on the cross of balance. This isn't about a painful death. I mean, that's a story they wrote, but essentially, we go to the light, we die to the light, we lose our physicality when we come to the vertical, horizontal balance within ourselves. What does the vertical balance represent? The masculine energies of electricity, of time, of holding the it is the protective nature. It is everything that is part of the divine masculine, upright, connected, Johnny on the spot, catch the deer, do what is right, hold up the principles, be the scribes. And here, perfectly balancing is the feminine holding space. So when the two are balanced, there is a 0 point that is formed where you actually go to the still point. And that still point is the beginning of losing your ego. So where you can access and embody and become one with higher levels of consciousness, which we call Christed consciousness. It's a state. Has nothing to do with Christ or anybody. It's a state of over 732 hertz, actually, if you want to know. But the feminine holds space. It is a container of light and resources. Mother Earth is feminine. So you can't have one without the other. Oh, it sounds like a song. The masculine holding time, the feminine holding the earth and space, love, beauty, goodness. The masculine is holding omniscience, omnipresence, and omnipotence. So the two team together within yourself as a sovereign being. You are crucifying your physical old world and self and dying to the light. I mentioned many times there are 0 points that go across the earth, within the earth, around the earth, within the galactic realm, into all the other planets, up into the universal realms and galaxies that form the multi-universes. There are 0 points, lacy like beautiful threads called grid lines. And there are 0 points that connect all that is. When you are balancing these, the electric and the magnetic, you are in your 0 point. So when people say balance your masculine and feminine, there are essences of attitudes and behaviors and beingness and doingness that enable us to touch into those essences, to have an experiential sense of what it means. The feminine, she just likes to be present, observe, gently multitask, manage many levels at once. And the masculine comes in again, catches that deer, takes care of business, makes sure everything is like an engineer mind. Masculine. Feminine, flowing. Masculine, electric, chick. So our planet has too much electric. It's burning itself up. Technology, electric. Sucking all of the oil out of the infrastructure for more money. Electric. Addressing climate change so that every living thing has a chance to reproduce and eat. Feminine. So I hope this is helping you begin to see the importance of any system, starting with yourself, that you can magnetize what you need and be loving and living in community, but you also can support yourself and you can master something so that you can be in service. You can protect other people when necessary, and you can provide. The future human will be this. The future human will reside in the 0 point, be, I'm going to think of that word in a minute, but sovereign and balanced and masculine and feminine at the same time, and choosing to be the feminine sometimes when it's called for, but not predominantly always the feminine, and to be the masculine when it's called for. Androgynous is the word. Androgynous with choice. In the future, we will have the wheel of relationships and being together in family, community, dating, mating, child rearing, might even raise children in groups. We might do things more naturally rather than the, again, prescribed, circumscribed Catholic Church or other churches that say so many things. Males are more important than females. I mean, think of all the rules they've come up with to control our divine, natural, God-given instincts for how to live in peace and love. So that's what this is. And then it is dying to the light through love, supported by the principle of love. And I'm not sure what this is, but maybe someone always say, well, you make your bed and then you sleep in it. Well, maybe that's what it is. The light of the divine shining on you and helping you remember to balance your masculine and your feminine through your heart. And then you are resting and lying in a new world. Okay, so what's more fun after we've talked about principles is to actually do it, than to actually do it. We're going to do it. Go ahead and shut your eyes. And in your inner eye, imagine Source is this beautiful sun. Warmth, light, high vibration. You don't have to know how it works or the mathematics or physics of it. Just know that Source is there to give you what you need vibrationally, simply by asking. Take a deep breath through your nose and out through your mouth. We ask and intend to set a sacred space. We put our body into a beautiful geometric structure. We focus our attention on our heart. Take your attention to your heart now. Beautiful. No thoughts. We still our mind. And we let the inner vision in our heart imagine that our masculine is holding a beautiful vertical column of pure light, of divine masculine qualities. Simply open your crown chakra and allow this light to come in and provide, protect, do what is right with integrity. The sense of responsibility and doing what is right to take care of business. Let any parts of yourself that are seeking more stability in your divine masculine, just let it fill up this column of light. Just soak it up and feel the warmth of that protection, electricity, reassurance that all is well, because you can respond and be responsible to whatever comes your way. So take a deep breath and now imagine that there's a beautiful horizontal line coming out of your heart. And these two lines are intersecting. And we are reflecting that your heart is now holding the light of the feminine that nourishes, quenches, heals, oversees, gently nudges with advice and love and shelter and food and clothing. Now open your crown chakra, and any part of yourself, even parts you don't know, that might be just needing a little tweaking in your feminine essence, breathe it in. Just breathe it into that beautiful, beautiful horizontal bar. All you have to do is ask, and it is done. So in this moment, we are reflecting that each of us are holding the highest degree of absolute divine masculine energy in its perfection. And we are also holding the feminine face of Source, of God, fully in our horizontal bar. And there is nothing else to do, because organically, alchemically, these two bars, where they meet in the middle, are doing a new vibrational dance that has never occurred within your system until this moment. Breathe in oxygen and allow. It's like little mini explosions of ecstasy, of the masculine and feminine, electrical sparks and feminine little cellular bubbles of pure femininity are coming together and relating and igniting with each other in such a way that it's giving birth. It's giving birth to you, anchoring your Christed consciousness through your heart into your being now. Feel the depth of it. Feel that once it is becoming fully grounded within your heart, that your heart is gently pumping and circulating this through all systems of your being. Beautiful. Through all of your arteries, your veins, your tissues. You are spiritualizing matter, and the matter is you. So we ask and intend to allow this zero pointness, this space in our heart of complete balance. We simply allow it to be one with the 0 point within the grid that is closest to your physical body in your realm now. So I'm here in Port Townsend, and there are multiple 0 points, and I am merging with a 0 point in my heart. And now my heart is pulsing not just my own divinity, but it is pulsing with the earth's in and out breath of divine light. It is pulsing with the galactic pumping beautiful system of light. And if you could hear it with your ears in a certain range, yes, it is musical. It creates a beautiful song. Allow this song to bathe your body from top to bottom, like repainting, refurbishing a whole system. And allow yourself to let go as if you are floating safely, as if you are lying in a hammock and you are weightless. And truly, the weight is over. This is it. This is the Alpha Omega 0 point, where all can be healed. All is under direction of your intention. So in this moment, feel and sense the gravitas, the grandiose, the yet natural state of your divinity holding court, being the dominating, pleasantly so, vibration within your entire field now. Take a deep breath and hold it. Now let it expand out into the environment, because from moment to moment you are glowing even more brightly. This systemic flush is fully, deeply being accomplished. And anything within your system that you are asking for it to be polished, refurbished, tweaked, if you're tired, ask for the essence of rejuvenation. Anything can be washed away in this super highway of purifying light. So we're just going to take a moment now and allow yourself to feel as it's filling even more deeply into all parts of your being, and allowing yourself to just let things go into this great tsunami flood of cleansing. And take a nice deep breath. And I'm going to invite you to open your eyes now, just like last week, so that we're not holding that state as a precious other, but it is now part of your operational system. And you are holding that feeling, that movement, that energy, even though your eyes are open. And you are feeling great. Excellent. Okay. So now, pull all the parts of yourself back together here so that you feel grounded. And we're just going to hold your energy field in a beautiful golden resilient egg so that it is protected for these processes for the next few days. And that can stabilize, situate itself to be in service to you so that you can be in greater service to your mission for planetary enlightenment. Excellent. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Jan Jorgensen at soundandlighthealingarts.com.